And now, your News 10 forecast first. Here's the live Doppler Storm Team, brought to you by your Super Chevy dealers of Acadiana.
Good morning, Acadiana, and happy Friday. This week has taken a year, but we're to the weekend now, and the beautiful weather continues today. We will be tracking rain chances tomorrow, though. Cool to chilly this morning, mostly clear skies, turning partly cloudy and warm for the afternoon, with highs in the upper 70s. Passe Partout it's starting right now.
Right now, one person is dead after another shooting in Abbeville overnight. What we know so far and what police are asking if you know anything about this shooting.
Plus, America is still waiting for the results of the presidential election as ballots continue being counted in several key states.
And only on 10, find out how one local organization is helping veterans navigate in the business world.
Live from Acadiana, your local news leader. This is Passe Partout.
Good morning, Acadiana, and welcome into Passe Partout. 4:31 on your Friday morning. We hope you had a great week. And I know that UL Lafayette has been celebrating homecoming all week, but a big go Cajuns this morning as they prepare for their homecoming game tomorrow.
Absolutely, and spring graduation for May 2020 graduates tomorrow at 8 a.m. and then 3 hours later is the football game. So a busy week and weekend for them.
Definitely, and I think it's so great that these graduates had a virtual ceremony, but that they're getting to have an in-person ceremony as well. So just making things work in 2020. But Chris, how is the weather going to look for our big homecoming game?
It's a toss-up. It's a tough forecast. I'm going with scattered rain tomorrow, but there is a possibility that we don't see much. Some models are very wet. Some models are really dry with no showers or thunderstorms. So again, I'm leaning towards the more aggressive models with some rainfall, but again, it's a tough call right now. It's going to have to be a wait-and-see sort of day for tomorrow, but we have another beautiful Friday with the weather today. Scattered rain in the forecast for your Saturday, and Ada, we've been talking about that over Central America. It's moving into the Caribbean as we speak, and it could be into the Gulf of Mexico next week. All those details of the full forecast coming up in about 10 minutes.
We begin with breaking news from overnight. Abbeville police are investigating a late-night shooting that left one man dead. Police received a call around 9:30 p.m. last night of shots being fired on the 400 block of Edward Street. Officers arrived to see a male victim shot who was then transported to a hospital. The victim was later pronounced dead. Lieutenant Jonathan Tuchet says the department is still investigating and looking for any individuals connected.
If anyone has any information, please contact us through various ways, either through Facebook, our website, calling our tips line, calling the police department itself. You don't have to give your name, just any help that you can provide, please let us know.
This is the second fatal shooting Abbeville has seen this week following a shooting Tuesday at the corner of Schlesinger and Godchow. Another also breaking news overnight, police have made an arrest in the Moore Park shooting on October 15th that left two victims dead. 19-year-old Jamiron McGee of Angie, Louisiana was apprehended by the U.S. Marshals Violent Offender Task Force and is being charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder and 2 counts of attempted first-degree murder. He was booked into the Lafayette Parish Correctional Center.
According to the Georgia Secretary of State's office, former Vice President Joe Biden currently has more votes than President Trump. Officials have been counting ballots nonstop overnight, and Biden overtook President Trump early this morning. But there are still some votes to be counted, as well as in a handful of other states that will decide the election: Pennsylvania, Arizona, and Nevada. Laura Podesta has more.
Democracy is sometimes messy.
After 4 days of counting ballots, former Vice President Joe Biden has overtaken President Trump in the state of Georgia.
We have no doubt that when the count is finished, Senator Harris and I will be declared the winners.
Votes are still being counted in Georgia and elsewhere. On Thursday, the former vice president urged patience.
The process is working. The count is being completed, and we'll know very soon.
President Trump had large leads on election night in a handful of states, but those began to disappear once the tally of mail-in ballots began.
It's amazing how those mail-in ballots are so one-sided.
At the White House, Mr. Trump made a number of false claims and attacked the integrity of the election.
And this is a case where they're trying to steal an election. They're trying to rig an election.
The Trump campaign has filed lawsuits in several states trying to halt the process. But election officials around the country say they've seen no evidence of voter fraud.
The strength of the integrity of this vote is really unparalleled.
Trump supporters gathered at vote counting centers around the country and repeated the president's false accusations.
They shut down the counting of the voting because they knew Trump was winning.
Some officials say they're concerned for their safety.
I can tell you that my wife and my mother are very concerned for me, but we have security here.
A senior administration official tells CBS News the president may not concede the election if Biden declares victory. Laura Podesta, CBS News, Washington.
If Biden becomes the projected winner in Pennsylvania, he will have reached 270 electoral college votes. If he only wins Georgia, it moves him to a projected 269, meaning the president would need to win all of the remaining states to tie him.
An Acadiana family is asking for justice after their teenage son was found dead in a sugarcane field. The Iberia Parish Sheriff's Office says they found Kawan Charles in a rural area Monday off Ed Broussard Road. He was reported missing to the Baldwin Police Department last Friday. News 10's Neil Zarang visited the young man's home in Baldwin after a vigil mourning his death.
This is the last place the family of Kawan Charles saw their son alive. He was taken from here without their consent, and the next time they heard of him, he was dead. The tears shed for Kawan Bobby Charles will not bring him back or fill in the details to his family's many questions. The only 15-year-old boy was found dead in a Lorville sugarcane field by an Iberia Parish drone Monday afternoon.
I'm devastated. I never thought this would happen to my son. And I just want justice for my son.
Roxanne Nelson reported Kwan missing to the Baldwin Police Department Friday. She says a so-called friend and his mother picked up the young teen without permission from either parent.
You cannot just take somebody's son, bring him to your house, and not be held accountable for them because he was in her custody.
The family saw Kwan's body at the coroner's office with a large knot on his head. They believe someone hit him and hid the body. They were told the death is being investigated as a homicide.
Know your children's friends very well. Always know where they're at.
Iberia Parish deputies say the investigation is ongoing and urge anyone with information to contact their detectives.
I just wanted the best, and I'm really devastated because this is my baby. This is my youngest child. He's only 15.
The family still has so many tears left to spill over this young man and questions left unanswered. Reporting in Baldwin, Neil Zarang for KLFY News 10.
The Abbeville Police Department is asking for help finding a suspect in Tuesday night's shooting of a 16-year-old boy. Authorities have already arrested Raheem Vinny for the shooting. They now have an arrest warrant for Javante Vinny of Abbeville. He is wanted for first-degree murder and attempted first-degree murder. Anyone who knows his whereabouts is asked to call Abbeville Police.
Governor John Bel Edwards announced he will sign a new executive order that will keep Louisiana in phase 3 until December 4th. He said all of the current COVID-19 mitigation measures, including the statewide mask mandate, will remain in effect. According to the Louisiana Department of Health, COVID-19 cases have reached a plateau. However, Edwards said that plateau still has a relatively high number of cases. Edwards said recent outbreaks of COVID-19 have come from small gatherings instead of large ones, mainly because people are letting their guard down. The governor also recommended getting your flu shots as early as you can.
740 more cases of COVID-19 were confirmed in Louisiana on Thursday. The statewide infection total is almost 186,000. 20 more people have died from COVID-related illnesses. COVID-19 is blamed for nearly 5,800 deaths in Louisiana. Nearly 800 people have died due to COVID-19 in Acadiana, and more than 29,000 people have been infected. 79 more positive cases were reported on Thursday.
No-cost COVID-19 testing will be available today in parts of Acadiana. The testing sites will be open from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Vermilion Parish Health Unit in Abbeville and the Lafayette Parish Health Unit on Willow Street. You are urged to pre-register at doineedacovid19test.com. The Lafayette Health Unit will also be offering flu vaccines. If you are looking to get the flu shot, you are urged to bring your ID and your insurance card.
COVID-19 cases will keep Cecilia Junior High School closed until next week. Officials say that a number of employees are quarantined due to the virus. Teachers will continue to post assignments for students on Google Classroom. Conditions will be reevaluated next Tuesday. An announcement will be made about the school's future. Some people in Crawley say they're having an issue with tall grass, and it's bringing in unwanted residents while driving others away. Residents say there were patches of tall grass throughout the city. Kathy Spell says her mother is concerned with what's coming out of the grass, and that's rats. And it doesn't just stop there. She says trash like broken glass and litter are also issues. There's even a skinned alligator on the side of the road just outside of downtown. Spell is asking for the mayor to help in keeping the city clean. She believes it discourages people from wanting to live there.
Crawley was the cleanest city at one time. We always had the big old sign saying we were the cleanest city. I'm almost sure you can go down on records. We were the cleanest city. You can't say we're the cleanest city. This is 2 blocks from the main street. We're not the cleanest city anymore.
Mayor Tim Monso says they issue citations to violators. Mayor Monso says he's looking into other options to help find a solution while saving the city money. A FEMA mobile registration center is open in Crowley. The center is for people who need to register for assistance or need information. It will be open today from 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. at the Love of Christ Church on West Hutchinson Avenue. You can also register with FEMA by applying online at disasterassistance.gov.
Bunker Labs, a national nonprofit working with veterans, is moving to Lafayette. I spoke with a local nonprofit that Bunker Labs has teamed up with to learn about how they're motivating veterans to start their own businesses.
49% of veterans after World War II started their own business. Today, the number of veterans starting their own business after returning home is down to 4%.
The military provides a really solid structure for them while they're inside. Once they're out of it, they don't really have that support system that they had before.
Andrew Ward is a veteran and founder of the Acadiana Veteran Alliance. They worked with LEDA, One Acadiana, and UL to bring Bunker Labs to Lafayette, which is the nonprofit's first Louisiana location.
So through AVA and through Bunker Labs, what we're really trying to do is bring them in and show them that they do have the tools to start businesses. Bunker Labs has a really great history of programming and inspiring and educating and connecting. And because they have locations all over the country, the veteran entrepreneurs that work within the Lafayette or the Acadiana region could also be connected to Nashville or Dallas or Atlanta. And then we could actually grow and get even bigger because of that.
Bunker Labs will be located in the Light Center and work with the Opportunity Machine to help inspire veterans, active military, and military spouses to start their own businesses.
Our mission is to really empower local, and not just veterans, but also those guys that are inside the military. We have 11,000 National Guard soldiers in Louisiana. And so for those men and women that are coming out and they're going to be leaving the National Guard, they might not have a clear path. So what we really want to do as an organization, and also team up with Bunker Labs, is provide that resource to them to say, okay, we can go to you and you can help us find that job, that career, that next stage of your life, of your career.
The Lafayette chapter of Bunker Labs will celebrate their official opening this Monday, November 9th at the Light Center Auditorium. The event will be held virtually on Zoom and Facebook, and it will start at 7.
You're taking a live look at the intersection of I-10 and Butte-LaRose. There are no traffic incidents in Acadiana to report at this time. Remember to stay safe on the roads. It's now 4:44 on your Friday morning.
Coming up on Passe Partout, the latest job report is expected to come out today. How the pandemic may affect those numbers later in your CBS Money Watch report.
Later in the entertainment, the 12th season of NCIS Los Angeles premieres this weekend on KLFY. We've got your first look at what cases the team are taking on in these new episodes.
And the time right now, 4:44. Temperatures this morning a little bit milder. Still chilly enough to have that jacket on, though. How's the weekend shaping up? We'll have a look at that forecast after the break.
You're watching KLFY News 10, Acadiana's local news leader.